And that's what he looks like he does so simply, Virat Kohli, when he's batting. Quick single there, good.
The line, that's first. You've got to watch the ball, but I suppose in your head you've got to commit to your stroke. And as soon as you do that, it's amazing that up each your own thoughts. Sometimes you learn a lot by actually watching other cricketers bat nowhere, as opposed to that, I mean, okay, sure, there's a little shimmy down the wicket, but that's just fantastic intent.
Ramps it down to third man. I think where the Sri Lankan batsmen are suffering a little bit, VVS, is that their head or their weight is hanging back on the back. But we'll talk more about it in a minute. 42 for 2.
ধুলোবালি ও আবহাওয়ার পরিবর্তনের কারণে পুরুষের ত্বকে হয় পিম্পল সহ নানান সমস্যা। অক্সি পারফেক্ট ওয়াশ পিম্পল দূর করে ত্বককে করে স্মুথ। অক্সি।
তোর কথারে বুকের ভেতর যতন কইরা।
আপনার তো সব বাছা, আমার রাসুরাম।
এরকম হাজারো রাসুর ভালোবাসার আম তৈরি হয় প্রাণ ম্যাঙ্গো ড্রিঙ্ক।
আমার কাছে
দেশে আমের সেরা স্বাদে প্রাণ ম্যাঙ্গো ড্রিঙ্ক।
শুনছো, এটা কিনি? হ্যাঁ, আচ্ছা এটা আমার।
সব সময় শুধু আরে ভাই, গার্ড দিয়ে সুরক্ষিত তো শেভ করুন আর যা ইচ্ছে বলুন।
তোমায় দারুণ লাগছে।
আর তো
Cheer up! Real lemon drink. Everybody cheer up!
ভাবনা থেকে ভালো কাজের শুরু।
Create grey hairs. Trust me, I've got plenty of them. There you go. Great.
Like Father Christmas every time I see you.
Again, very good start from Chamira. Suresh Raina completely beaten by pace, 154 kilometers per hour, and that's his strength. And I'm glad Angelo Mathews got him in the 8th over. In the previous match, when Sri Lanka required wicket, he got him very late in the 14th over. Sri Lanka will be looking to take wickets. Kohli, he's been in sensational form. Even in Australia, 3 half centuries, and then the previous match against Pakistan, beautiful 49-97 runs of just 24 balls between these two. And his game has gone to a different level as far as T20 cricket is concerned.
Oh my word. Is that the level you're talking about, VVS?
Without a doubt, unbelievable shot. The sound from the bat. Again, how close does he play to his body? And that's been his strength. Under his eyes, head very still, and doesn't look to hit the ball hard. You see that, VVS? Without a doubt. And that's why he pierces the gap more often than not. Fantastic shot.
Some guys make batting look stupidly easy. Kohli does that right now. And then ramps it down to third man. And that's the secret of a good ball. He's able to still find a one.
And this is what the Sri Lankan batsmen were not able to do. Is how can you maneuver the ball? That was close to 140, 144 in fact. And how late does he play for a single on that wicket with the seam bowlers? Virat Kohli was in total control.
So I think they're doing something wrong here. I'd be having a slip in. Just have a look here. Plays a slip. And he's getting in good positions now that I haven't seen him to Suresh Raina for the short stuff. So that's good to see.
Against the short pitch bowling, and have a look here. He has got out to it a lot of times, so I guess the perception is that he has a problem, but he reads the length so quickly. There should be delivery. Seen one delivery already today.
The short stuff. So that's good to see.
Against the short pitch bowling, and
Cheers to that.
so I guess the perception is that he has a problem, but he reads the length so quickly. There should be delivery. Seen one delivery already today. He reads the length so
এই জন্য আমার আছে সার্ফ এক্সেল, যা সবচেয়ে কঠিন দাগ দূর করে।
দিন 1000-এরও বেশি সিম্ফনি BL65 মোবাইল জিতে নিতে পারবেন। রবি
Muscles, yummy taste.
সিম্ফনি HD সিরিজ এর IPS ডিসপ্লে আর 178-degree viewing angle মানে পারফেক্ট ফ্রম এভরি অ্যাঙ্গেল। সিম্ফনি নিউ এক্সপিরিয়েন্স।
স্কোয়ার নিয়ে এলো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস, স্বাদ ও পুষ্টির আস্থা।
through reading the length.
Pushing for two. They won't get them.
Just have a look at this position. In stance, it's back and forward, but he basically, Angelo Matthews is on the left-hand side of the screen, can't really go anywhere because his feet are locked into the crease. Whereas Virat Kohli's got a slight forward press in his head. Now the head is of course the heaviest part of the body. Wherever the head goes, the body must. It's just that simple. So have a look at these forward press here, Virat Kohli. Are locked in on the right, his head position comes forward.
They'll look for two here. They'll get them easy. They should get these in a doddle. They will.
So once your head starts to come forward, your feet naturally follow. And the other factor here is have a look at Virat Kohli. It's extremely high, which means the bat is actually acting as a counterbalance to your feet. Right, his head position, feet. If your bat doesn't lift at all, your feet can't go anywhere. So they're the two triggers, head forward and good back lift. We were talking about this VVS also at the pre-show today with Yuvraj Singh, and he's got an incredibly high back lift. The back lift gives you the freedom to be able to play off front or back foot because you're in effect counteracting the balance of your head. It's almost like a weightlessness.
No, absolutely.
Pre-show today with
So does Virat Kohli.
This is my final point, Dino, on batting technique. Once your eyes are at any angle at all, you tend to pick up the length a little later than you should. Eyes level, you see the ball right out of the hand, and then you can move.
Nice shot down the ground.
You tend to
Get a couple here. Well, there you have it, folks. Some young kiddies you've heard from VVS and Matty Hayden on how you go about playing the ball. You've got to get your head over.
and you can move.
All sport, your head's got to get to the target, what you're going to, being the ball, or whether it's a tackle. There you have it, folks, and young kiddies, you've heard from BVS and Matty Hayden on how you go about playing the ball. Got to get your head over.
Story. Yeah.
All sport, your head's got to get to the target, what you're going to, being the ball, or whether it's a tackle.
ধাপে পানিকে বিশুদ্ধ করে পেপসিকো দিচ্ছে অ্যাকোয়াফিনার শুদ্ধতার গ্যারান্টি
বাংলাদেশে উৎপাদিত
ধাপে পানিকে বিশুদ্ধ করে পেপসিকো দিচ্ছে অ্যাকোয়াফিনার শুদ্ধতার গ্যারান্টি
বাংলাদেশে উৎপাদিত
Yeah, we talked about the technique, Matthew, but also the mental aspect of the game. When the ball is seeming like the way Kulashekara was doing, and with that head position, is nowhere in control of that bat. But that's where. Yeah, we talked about the technique, Matthew, but also the mental aspect of the game.
Mind that. That's just a back foot defence.
Yeah, we talked about the technique, Matthew, but also the mental aspect of the game. When the ball is seeming like the way looking to play at the ball, and that's what Virat Kohli has done well.
That's just a back foot defence.
See, that was outside off stump, and he's, because of that head position, he's forced to take the bat towards the ball. But it's more about controlling your is as equally important as the technique. When the ball is seeming like the way assessing the situation, assessing the condition, very important. Giving respect to the bowlers who are on top, like what he says that he scores when Wahab came in and Irfan came in, and that's also an important aspect. Is also very who are on top, like what he says that he scores when
Can't quite get a couple of balls in the right area.
See what I mean about how quickly Suresh Raina gets into position, though? He's got all the time in the world. I think where he second guesses himself is where he gets the ball and he has to. See what I mean about how quickly Suresh Raina on the cross bat shot is where he tries to overfend himself. Where he second guesses himself, he just backs his ability. He's got so much. Is where he gets the ball and he has to
playing with the free-flowing shots like this.
On the cross bat shot is where he tries to overfend himself. He just
seen
his ability. He's got so much.
Suresh Raina in this innings, because whenever his weight is more on the back foot, whereas now he's looking for the full ball, and that's why his weight is going forward. And Amazing timer of the ball.
Well, I'm sorry. There's not too many better cricket shots than that. That is just immense ability. It's just, they're glorious, both these players to watch. They really are. They've got, in their own way, very unique styles, but both so destructive. That is just immense ability.
Played it beautifully in the end. End of the over, 8 runs from it. It's 66 for 2.
ঘরের চালের স্থায়ী সমাধান আনোয়ার সিমেন্ট শীট টেকে যুগ যুগ খরচও অনেক কম ভীষণ মজবুত সহজে ভাঙে
সংসার তো একটি সুন্দর ছবি ভালো লাগে সন্তানদের উচ্ছ্বাস এই মিষ্টি মধুর বন্ধনটুকুই আমার সবচেয়ে বড় পাওয়া
রাস্তায় আছে
রবি সাবমার্সিবল পাম্প ইন্ডাস্ট্রিয়াল ওয়াটার সলিউশন ইরিগেশন কিংবা যে কোনো বাসায় আরএফএল ওয়াটার পাম্প পানিই দেয় টেনশন না
And for the first time, Rangana Herath, yeah, you're right. He should be able to get some turn.
He's got a slip as well. He's bowling to a batsman in prime form. About these two, they've been so busy. There's not, I don't think there's been 3 dot balls strung together so far.
This is just beautiful to watch. Really is. It's batting prowess at its absolute best. Rotated the strike well. They've had the ability to be able to hit the power shot. And we're batsmen at the crease that are rated in the top 5.
Yeah, 3 and 5. How many Aussies there? Michael Hussey, David Warner, Sean Marsh, Matthew Hayden, your number 17. You might still make the side if it was on ratings alone.
Little old, Harsha, a little old, I think. The teeth are getting a few millimetres longer than they should be. I love the game though. I really enjoyed playing T20 cricket. It was fabulous to be able to, at the end of my career, start to play a different version, and you had to reinvent yourself and be ambitious about what you wanted to try and achieve as well.
There you go again. 1.11. Just checking with us stats.
Fabulous to be able to.
This person, there's only been one. The interesting one there is David Miller, and because Miller bats so far down the order, you talk about A.B. de Villiers, talk about Faf du Plessis, you don't talk about Miller that much. And let's sneak a second run in Kohli. Just checking with us. Says no. Still pressure at all. Not able, batsmen don't need to play the big shot.
Well, I don't think Sri Lanka have done too much wrong. I just think these two have batted really well. They've had the options. When you looked at the bowling, they bowled in right area.
No, I 100% agree, Russ. As we come to the end of the over, it's 70 for 2.
I just think these two have batted really well.
মচমচে মশলাদার কুরকুরে যা মাটি
ফুটি ফাটাফাটি
আমাদের কাঁধ প্রতি মুহূর্তে কত কিছু হয়ে ওঠে এই জন্য তা রাখুন ড্যান্ড্রফ ফ্রি হেড এন্ড শোল্ডার্স আপনাকে রাখে 100% পর্যন্ত ড্যান্ড্রফ ফ্রি জীবনের জন্য
ডিজিটাল ওয়ার্ল্ডে লুকোনো যায় না কিছুই ড্যান্ড্রফ
আমাদের প্রতি মুহূর্তে কত কিছু হয়ে ওঠে এই জন্য তা রাখুন ড্যান্ড্রফ ফ্রি
করে
হেড এন্ড শোল্ডার্স আপনাকে রাখে
তানে বেস্ট এভার ক্লিয়ার ড্যান্ড্রফ প্রুফ I have nothing to hide.
রিয়েল বারবিকিউ এর অথেন্টিক স্বাদ এলো
বারবিকিউ চানাচুর পার্টি এখন যখন তখন সাধারণ ফিটিংসে মরিচা পেট্রো কিনেন।
Try and use more of the seamers. Doesn't Shanaka bowl really well in Pune?
Yes, Russell is right. He bowled beautifully in that game in Pune, where there was some assistance off the deck. Oh, I don't think it's time. And it is in on the third attempt by Kulasekara. Yes, Russell is right. He bowled beautifully. He can see the funny side of it. They're looking for the no ball, are they? They're waiting.
See if he overstepped. Should have done that when Thisara Pereira was batting as well. It's been that type of game for the Sri Lankans. It's been that type of period. Able to see if he overstepped. Should have done that when Thisara Pereira was batting as well.
ছাড়া হয় কি সরিষার তেল
মানে তীর সরিষার তেল।
আধুনিকতার নামে সবকিছু হারিয়ে ফেলা ঠিক না।
তীর সরিষার তেল, দেশি ঝাঁঝ, দেশি স্বাদ।
আর বেশি নেটে ভিডিও সারাক্ষণ
খাবার থাকে স্বাস্থ্যসম্মত।
আমার কিচেনে অনলি টপার। আপনার
নামে সবকিছু হারিয়ে ফেলা ঠিক না।
তীর সরিষার তেল, দেশি ঝাঁঝ, দেশি স্বাদ।
But an opportunity here for Yuvraj Singh with the asking rate 8 and over to play a good innings.
To chip it. It's a little mental area as much as anything, I think, from Suresh Raina. Potentially, rather than just free-flowing the bat, he just checked it up. It's a little mental area.
Long off. There's no long off. There's no long on. The two fielders are in the circle. And hence it was a good option. It was just down to the execution.
The other young Sri Lankan who bowled very well in Pune was Kasun Rajit. Bowled really well. Show people that he can still play at this level. Wide rate is 8 and over. Oh, he's got the boundary there, all right. Threw his bat at it. He's got the runs on the board. He's up and going.
Well, one of the things that I've really admired extension, his ability to be able to flay the bat through the offside. Look at how wide his hands get, and yet he somehow seems to have control over that shot. Most time players that play that wide of their body would lose the control, but not Yuvraj Singh. Lovely long reach, delightful hands.
Occupies a vital number 5 position for India, and India really need him in form and firing because he's a genuine match winner when
So much easier.
Every opportunity as well to feel comfortable. So they're doing their bit. Now he's got to do his. 77 for 3.
BL Barbecue authentic.
ক্লাউড স্টোরেজ একদম ফ্রি ওয়ে মোর দ্যান আ ফোন এখন রবি সংযোগে 34 টাকা রিচার্জে প্রতিদিন 1000-এরও বেশি সিম্ফনি BL65 মোবাইল জিতে নিতে পারবেন। রবি
স্কোয়ার নিয়ে এলো চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
Teams would end up on 4 points and
The player. You want to win and you want to win well.
goal your own destiny.
চপস্টিক ইনস্ট্যান্ট নুডলস।
Love watching Herat bowl. I mean, he's probably the just look at the previous through the side, but the fact that he's been called back to play T20. Excellent. The fact that he's been called back to play T20.
The Sachitra Senanayake in
It's purely on pedigree. There's no question of who Sri Lanka's number one spinner is. Senanayake had his opportunities. He probably bats a little more than Herat does as well, Senanayake. But he's just a wonderful classical spinner.
then if the balls
The factors as well. 80 for 3 in the 13th. That's not good enough. Big oh, well timed.
Yuvraj at
That's a terrific blow.
শেষ
খাওয়া শেষ, চাই সেন্টার ফ্রেশ, নতুন সেন্টার ফ্রেশ।
শুনছো এটা কিনি হ্যাঁ আচ্ছা এটা আমার
সব সময় শুধু আরে ভাই গিফট করুন আর যা ইচ্ছে বলুন।
তোমায় দারুণ লাগছে।
আর
শেষ, খাওয়া শেষ।
তোমাকেও
জিলেট গার্ডের একটা ব্লেড দেয় 7টা শেভ অবধি।
ডিজিটাল ওয়ার্ল্ডে লুকোনো যায় না কিছুই। ড্যান্ড্রাফ অবশ্যই না। নিউট্রিয়েন্ট 10 যুক্ত ক্লিয়ার ড্যান্ড্রাফ দূর করে, পুষ্টি যোগায় এবং স্ক্যাল্পকে নারিশ
তোমায় দারুণ লাগছে।
করে। ড্যান্ড্রাফ চিন্তা নেই, বেস্ট এভার ক্লিয়ার ড্যান্ড্রাফ প্রুফ।
মাটির 1200 ফুটের
ডিজিটাল ওয়ার্ল্ডে লুকোনো যায় না কিছু।
বেশি গভীর পর্যন্ত চাপ নিতে সক্ষম আনোয়ারের A1 বোরিং পাইপ, চাপের বাপ। মল ড্রিঙ্কস মাটির 1200 ফুটের মিস্টার বেশি গভীর পর্যন্ত চাপ নিতে সক্ষম আনোয়ারের A1 বোরিং পাইপ, চাপের বাপ। নুডলস অ্যাক্টিভ মল ড্রিঙ্কস সুপার প্রিমিয়াম। মিস্টার
মচমচে মশলাদার কুল।
A slower ball, this will be a good contest. But
মচমচে মশলাদার কুল।
I thought that first spin straight, beautiful. Look at the second. That's a Yuvraj special. Slower ball. How often have we seen that? And see, look how far. It will be a good contest. It goes.
Yeah, he's just dismissive.
That's a Yuvraj special. How often have we seen that?
It's as much about that
It goes.
as well, just knowing that his ball, no matter where it's bowled, almost is going over the boundary. It's as much about that still a really good move, Harsha. As well, just knowing that his ball, no matter where it's bowled, bowling almost is going over the boundary. What you'd see to be just a traditional kind of get-out balls outside off stump. I mean, if what you'd see to be just
Love this shot. With Mark
get-out balls outside off stump. I mean,
Yuvraj.
he was like a headmaster, wasn't he?
94 for 3. Love this shot. With Mark Yuvraj.
Bit of sawdust coming out.
So everybody gets a chance.
ইন্টারনেটে ডায়াল করো *8444*0250# রবি।
So everybody gets a chance. Just
ডায়াল করো *8444*0250# রবি।
but what the other came in when Hitting power standard is 4.5 against Pakistan, and it was a very different situation. For him today, came in, the asking rate was 8, he's brought it down to 6.6.
Two not outs, so the chances that otherwise weren't finished. This is a bit longer. It came in the bat. We were talking about the magnificence of Virat Kohli. There's not he's played very, very comfortable, and now, as Russ said, the run rate is starting to topple over down to 6.6.
Good from Chamira, getting it through. Not a lot has gone right for the Sri Lankans, but to be honest, everything looks against you. But this is the type of approach they need to keep persevering with, and suddenly it'll click.
I'd like to see Pereira come up the order a little bit. To me, he's just a good clean striker. You can use him a little bit like India use Yuvraj Singh boundaries. It's now of Yuvraj Singh.
He is a clean striker, Thisara Pereira, but if it was my decision, I wouldn't be doing that.
It's good over that. Came from it. It's 96 for 3.
কি খেতে চাও? চিকেন দিতে হয়, এজন্য নর্থ কিচেনে আমরা নিয়েছি সেরা উপাদানগুলো, আর প্রথমবার এই নর্থ চিকেন নুডলস বানিয়েছি। চিকেন নুডলস, প্রতি বাইটে চিকেনের স্বাদ। নতুন নর্থ চিকেন নুডলস।
আসারের বমগুলো সব পইড়া গেছে।
এবার কোনো কথাই আর হারিয়ে যাবে না। গ্রামীণ ফোনে 29 টাকা রিচার্জ করে দিনরাত 24 ঘন্টা যে কোনো লোকাল নম্বরে কথা বলুন, 1 পয়সা প্রতি সেকেন্ড। সাথে আরও থাকছে 29 MB ইন্টারনেট ফ্রি। গ্রামীণ ফোন।
রিয়েল বারবিকিউ এর অথেন্টিক স্বাদে এলো প্রাণ বারবিকিউ চানাচুর। পার্টি এখন যখন
এখন রবি সংযোগে 34 টাকা রিচার্জে প্রতিদিন 1000-এরও বেশি সিম্ফনি BL65 মোবাইল জিতে নিতে।
Number 7. The initial feeling was that he's pushing Pandya up, give him some confidence, bat him at 5 or 6.
Have everyone feeling good about them? Dhoni, Pandya, a lot of batting. Jadeja, Ashwin. It's a strong team.
Yeah, I think you take out that Pune a month and a bit ago, I think.
Yeah, just to go back to your point, Hedos, on Thisara Pereira. And he really hasn't developed his game. It's all about striking the ball, and very predictable. It's towards long on and to mid wicket. The moment he comes in, the opposition bring in a quick bowler starting the older level, and he hasn't come up with an answer. Hence, I would be very reluctant to move him up the order. It's only when Sri Lanka quick blitz or try and take the spinner on, that you see him promoted up the order. But you're right. He has the capability. It's so disappointing to see that he's not making that extra effort to evolve. It is game to move on.
Well, he gave himself room, didn't he? And when Yuvraj Singh hits the ball, the boundaries seem irrelevant.
Pure bat swing. It's so effortless and so...
Nothing wrong with that delivery. He's hitting. If it missed, it would have hit middle stump.
Oh, that's... Oh, that shot! Certainly made a good sound of the bat. Shehan Jayasuriya. The ball, the boundaries seem irrelevant. Surya just marginally in front of him.
Didn't pick it up. Left it no time to come in towards the ball.
He was pretty lucky to get away with that. The way Yuvraj Singh is dealing in sixes and fours. Pretty good effort in the end. Hard into his left. Always tough.
Surya could have read that earlier and come in much quicker.
Maybe like us, he thought it was hit better than it actually was.
Well, he's been hitting it sweetly.
And 5 for 3 Indian. Just 34 more.
শুনছো এই গোলাপটা তোমার জন্য এই নাও আরো একটা আছে আছে
আচ্ছা মাত্র এই কয়টা গোলাপ
আরো নিয়ে আসছি
মতসের শক্তিতে মুখের কোনায় কোনায় পরিষ্কার করতে ব্যবহার করুন ক্লোজ আপ আর বানায়
মচমচে মশলাদার
Chamira.
নতুন লাক্স
Things have got to... The ball is always going to dip on you. And that ball was dipping late. Great effort, it must be said. But again, I find a lot of batsmen, the way they're swinging it with like baseball swings now, they're creating the ball to spin as with top spin and causing it to dip. Ramps it down to third man. And they're the little things that the catches that your fielding coaches got to hit balls to you to practice, to put more spin on the ball. They can undercut it, make the ball spin up, or they hit it with a top spin forehand type and make the balls overspin and create the ball to dip. They're the hardest catches to take. I don't care what these fieldsmen of today, they're brilliant on the boundary ropes. They know how to palm it up, get over the rope and get back in. But that catch before was the hardest one of all for any boundary rider because it was always dipping.
Just 33 needed here. This is not a bad strategy. Just keep knocking the ball around, 7 and over, the required run rate. You can get that easily. This time Kohli is playing a different innings. I've noticed this a few times with Virat Kohli actually. That when he sees that somebody at the other end is really teeing off, he just sits back and rotates the strike a little bit, which is very good cricket. He's got 38 from 36. Yuvraj is playing the big shots. Raina was playing some good shots. So he's just held back a little and moved the strike around. Another day, when he's the lead player, he goes out and gets the big shots himself. Today he realizes that Yuvraj is in form. He's finding himself with the non-strikers in.
Valid point and observation that you make, and that's been smart. That's parking your ego in the car park, and just no matter what, if a guy's hitting them better, give him the strike. And if you're hitting them better, make sure you keep most of the strike. That's just really smart. But you're right, a lot of batsmen burn up some balls when they're not hitting them well. And Yuvraj here, this is a very important knock for him, just not for the Asia Cup, etc., but to follow on with confidence coming into the World Cup.
Oh, he's played that fine enough. Will go into the boundary for 4 more. It's very well played by Yuvraj. Dino's absolutely spot on. This is a very, very important inning for Yuvraj, this. You might just say, yes, India versus Sri Lanka. India look the better team. They've been outplaying Sri Lanka last couple of games. But in every game, there's something to gain. And I think India have gained enormously in this game with the batting of Yuvraj Singh. It's almost as if there's just one box that needed to be ticked off. And I know you can't read too much into one innings, but this was the box India needed to tick off before heading to Nagpur for that first game. Now they'll need maybe a good innings from Shikhar Dhawan before they go. 7 of the overs, 112 for 3.
ফ্রেঞ্চ রোজের সুরভিত ভুবনে যত্নে বাছাই করা প্রতিটি রোজের অনন্য নির্যাসে লাক্স সফট টাচ, সেরা লাক্স পারফিউম, প্রতিদিন সুরভিত আকর্ষণীয় ত্বকের জন্য। ব্যাস একটুখানি লাক্স, নতুন লাক্স। মনে করো এটা তোমার ত্বক যা উজ্জ্বল, কিন্তু এটা ঢেকে যেতে পারে ডার্ক এবং ড্যামেজড ত্বকের আড়ালে। ভ্যাসলিন হেলদি হোয়াইট শীত কি গ্রীষ্মে ত্বককে করে 4 গুণ বেশি উজ্জ্বল মুহূর্তেই, যা গায়ের ত্বককে ভেতর থেকে সুস্থ করতে সাহায্য করে। এটাই ভ্যাসলিনের ত্বক সুস্থ করার শক্তি।
Yeah, it's really good. It shows not only the form, but he's starting to work it out now where bowlers are trying to bowl to him. So if you've got an idea, well, that helps your shot making and how you manage your innings.
And he's played some really good shots today, and he gets a boundary of this one. He's played some gorgeous drives of 1s and 2s.
Well, let's have a look what he did wrong here, because it's not one of his better shots that he's played. Just went forward to a ball that was short, that's all. It's amazing when you give a good free flow of the bat though, Harsha, luck goes your way, doesn't it?
Let's come back on those short pitch balls to Raina and to Yuvraj. Sometimes the message in the opposition camp is that you have a perceived weakness. Sometimes bowlers can almost bowl too much to that. And if you know that's what they're going to do to you, you can actually set yourself up what is thought of to be a weakness. Now what happened? They've finally decided they're going to change the ball, are they?
I think the ball's split or it's too wet. Just trying to zoom in on that ball there.
Can you change it because it's wet, or can you only change it if it goes out of shape?
Well, whatever it is, I think we're changing a ball.
It's 116 for 3.
I have no doubt that that ball might have been split through the seam. There's nothing under towards. Sometimes the bowlers, the umpires can ask for the ball whenever they want that. And I think the fieldsman actually threw it to the umpire on that occasion to say the ball's been damaged in some way. Well, let's have a little look here at the way he's played. He's gone down. He's got a bit of a front edge. Those bats he's got are magnificent, and then he's just starting to get the old Yuvraj. Look at that for shot. That old swagger about him and the way he's working the ball on both sides of the ground. That's why he's so dangerous. He's good over mid-wicket. He's good inside out over cover. He's just a very, very strong striker of the ball. Just
Look
like
at that. You know, there was mid-off there, but it didn't matter, you know.
It's the 50 partnership, but there's the old swagger now. I can see it. I haven't seen him with this for a long time. Look at the way he's looking and walking as if he owns the place. Picked the length up. He said, right, I'm going. If you're going to pitch it there with the mid-off up, I'm going to have a piece of that. Boom. Yeah, he's back for sure. Great partnership here. 51 from just 34.
Right about the swagger. I think he's at his best when he's playing with a swagger. There's a fielder there. It's all over. The bouncer's got him again. Looked to play the shot in all fairness. He played it really well a couple of times. Geez, 35 from 18. That's not bad. He's brought the run rate down from 8 to 5.5. He's got it for 35. It's 121 for 4.
Tried not to put the commentator's curse on him. He just took his eyes off at the last minute there, but he's back. Don't worry about the way he's got out here. He's starting to hit the ball really well. And this knock is doing him lots of good, no doubt. So he goes, Yuvraj goes for 35 off 18. It's 121 for 4.
Well, so Hardik Pandya is the new batsman in. Just wonder whether Dhoni's just nursing his back a little bit and staying back. 122 for 4.
আসুন মনের ভাষা ফুটিয়ে তুলি মাতৃভাষায় কোকা-কোলার সাথে।
Yep, I'll be disappointed with today for sure.
Right, so the spinner comes on. He was taken off because Yuvraj took a fancy to left arm spin as he's done all his life.
And the key to play against great spin is positive footwork. And I often think a lot of the batsmen, when their left arm orthodox comes on, a lot of right-hand batsmen don't know how to play the left armers pretty well. Look at his eyes. See, he's taking his head off it, eyes off it though. And he didn't really catch that well either. Come back to that catch. It's a really, really good knock. I think Yuvraj is back.
Let's come back to this Dhoni story here. Maybe he's just resting his back. He doesn't want to come out and bat for a while. So I don't see him batting 7 in the World T20. It'd be waste. Hardik Pandya is bowled all right. He's been picking up wickets. He's brisk. He comes into bat at number 6 and comes with a very clear plan. He's going to hit the ball. It'll land in the gap. For 2.
And he likes to use his feet there, picking his spots, using the spin. Look at that strike rate, 151. That's super for a guy coming in at number 6, 7 or 8. Exactly the numbers you want. Don't worry about the average.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And he likes to use his feet there, picking his spots, using the spin. Look at that strike rate, 151. That's super for a guy coming in at number 6, 7 or 8. Exactly the numbers you want. Don't worry about the average.
Oh, that's beautiful.
যদি ভারত
from 10. kind of form in which he can do no wrong. 51 of 44 balls.
Well, he equals now Brendan McCullum and Chris Gale. His most number of 50s in T20 cricket. That's his 13th. He's up there with most. The way he's going, he's going to get past them in a hell of a hurry. He will with Brendan McCullum, that's for sure. Well, he equals now Brendan McCullum and Chris Gale. His most number of 50s in T20 cricket. That's his 13th. He's up there with most. The way he's going, he's going to get past them in a hell of a hurry.
Rangana Herath has the ball. This little tap will do here. Rangana Herath has the ball. We got what, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7 fielders inside now. Doesn't matter. Kohli finishes it off. Always in control. India in the final. Actually, he probably wants to bat in 3 shifts. Just keep on batting. It's in the form of his life. It's form to savour. They're playing with a smile. The captain and the vice captain, they'll shake hands at the end. You look at this and say, India won with 4 balls left. And you might think, oh dear, it might have been close. It never was. And that's the nature of T20 cricket today. You can win with 4 balls left and almost make it seem simple.
Yeah, comprehensive victory without doubt. They did this easy, and I just feel they've done this in a doddle. Don't worry about the four balls that they've won it for. No, he's got a good bat, but it's the timing. Good forward press, little flick, and that's carried it all over the boundary. That's fantastic cricket.
He's got a good bat with the hand holding it. It's not bad either. 56 of 47. And another good run chase anchored by Virat Kohli. Really does enjoy chasing Kohli, and he's taken India to the final of this Micromax Asia Cup, winning by 5 wickets with 4 balls left. Did Sri Lanka have their moments? Not really. I think they just 138 for 9 was the score that they could play with. But as Dino's just told you, not enough against a quality batting side. Also, no Malinga in the side, so they're just a little short in firepower there.
Yeah, they've got a lot to learn, I think, at the moment. They really need to go back to school and start to work on their top order of guys. Have got to, those two, particularly the senior players, need to stand up. They're just getting out too easily at the moment. Not getting enough ones rotating in the strike. Well, it's the senior players for India are the ones that are doing all the work. Particularly Virat Kohli. Raina played really well today. Yuvi looked good as well, but I thought they bowled really well. They bowled in pairs. They looked good in the field, and I thought it really was a pretty easy win.
Lost a couple of wickets early, but Dino's point about Raina's good. He looked crisp early. He's playing that innings 25 of 26. It gone up to about 8, 8.5 and over, and then Yuvraj just played around with it, brought it down to 5.5 or 6 by the time he was out. 35 of 18. Pandya got done in by the crafty Herath. But Kohli 56 not out of 47. There's bowlers all around here saying, right, how do we get him out here? Just wonder, the batting side is thinking, Kohli is there, he'll take us home anyway. I think it's two key partnerships. But Kohli 56 not out of 47.
This is okay, no wicket for 16. Akula Sekera is pretty good there with 2 for 21. Pereira not good enough really, didn't bowl that well tonight, 1 for 30. So, let's go down to Ramiz Raja.
UV, how did that feel?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I think I needed those hits for my own confidence.
Yeah, I mean, phenomenal against spin as usual. Were it trying conditions once again for batting?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an easy wicket to bat. You have to go and give yourself a bit of time.
Let's go down to Ramiz Raja.
UV, how did that feel?
But actually working pretty hard. I think I needed those, and we want success for each other, and that's the reason of a good and consistent team. So, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, another important win. You think you're peaking at the right time as we enter the business end of this tournament?
Yeah, definitely. I as a team, we're playing really well, and individuals, it's your responsibility to play different kind of jobs. And my job was to go and play according to situation this game and the last game. So, just happy the way I'm hitting the ball, and hopefully I can continue.
Absolutely, well done today.
Thank you.
Thanks very much, Ramiz and Yuvraj. You are there. You're in a good stream of form at the moment. There it is, Sri Lanka 138 for 9. Kapagata up 30, Sirivadana 22. But they really didn't hurt anyone. Pandya, Ashwin, Bumrah, Nehra all bowled beautifully. India, on the other hand, 142 for 5, and they did that in the Doddle, and they won it by 5 wickets and 4 balls to spare. Let's have a quick look at the points table. India now, they're qualified to the finals there. They've got 6 points. Bangladesh there on 4. Sri Lanka, they need to win the next one, of course, to qualify as well. Break, we've got Ramiz Raja with the post-match presentation.
পেপসিডেন্ট জার্মিট্রিকের সাথে সুপার টেন্ডিস
মোবাইল জিতে নিতে পারবে রবি
মচমচে মশলাদার কুরকুরে যা
জার্মিট্রিকের সাথে সুপার টেন্ডিস
কোন দুর্গন্ধ বের হবে তোমার জামা থেকে এমন সুগন্ধ তুমি না ওই রাস্তা দিয়ে আসো
আসি না আমি ওখানেই থাকি
লেবু ও গোলাপের সৌরভে রিন রিফ্রেশ এলো নতুন রূপে রিন থাকুন উজ্জ্বল সব সময়
তোমার জামা থেকে এমন সুগন্ধ তুমি না ওই রাস্তা দিয়ে আসো
আসি না আমি ওখানেই থাকি
লেবু ও গোলাপের সৌরভ
has his own way of expressing love.
সব সময়
Affection. Watch 5 Neighbors Battle. BC World T20.
Live on GTV.
If all the talent can be seen in India in this T20, I think this will be huge. I'm getting excited now. Just
saying we've been there before, we know what to expect.
It's going to be a long journey, it's going to be a process, but at the end of the day, it's reaching there. Really, really hungry.
As India is into another comfortable win. ID, Mr. Tusit Pereira is the Manager Finance Asian Cricket Council. Mr. Lalchand Rajput is the former India cricketer, T20 winning coach, and of course is member Technical Committee Asia Cup. Mr. Mohammad Jalal Yunus, Director BCB, Mr. Lokman Hussain Bhoia, Director BCB, and Mr. Amit Mathur, Senior Vice President, International Business Micromax. First, there's an award for the best ID, Mr. Tusit. Asian Cricket Council, Man Hussain Bhoia. Right, then to the Sri Lankan captain, may I invite Angelo Matthews to please come forward and have a little chat with us.
You know, with the dew coming in, you know, it felt like we were in our 20, 30, runs short, but unfortunately, you know, the Indians batted well, you know, as all.
Again.
Absolutely. I mean, we were 30, 40 runs, especially because of the dew. You know, if the wicket was like the other one, the previous one, then would have been, you know, ideal, but it would have been a fighting score. But you know, unfortunately, the dew came in and the ball started skidding.
In no time.
Yeah, I know. We needed to take a few wickets, you know, up front to push them back. But you know, unfortunately, once again, Virat came into their rescue, and you know. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I mean, we are also, you know, depending heavily on our seniors. I mean, with the side that we have, you know, the seniors need to fire. If not, you know, we are in trouble. But you know, we need to win the next game to see, you know, how the standings are.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd want to.
We'll have a meeting afterwards and see, you know, what they think.
All right. Okay. Well tried today.
Thank you.
Angelo Matthews, the Sri Lankan captain, and now we come to the Man of the Match award winner. He's done it again. Virat Kohli, in cracking form, wins it. And a Micromax Canvas Mega mobile phone to go with it. Mr. Amit Mathur, Senior Vice President, International Business Micromax, presenting him with the trophy and $5,000 check. Well, Virat, another convincing innings. And a Micromax Canvas Mega mobile phone to go with it. Mr. Amit Mathur, Senior Vice President, International Business.
They're in the middle. You know, I think
Kulasekara and Angie started really well with the new ball, so you had to sort of take the attack to the opposition because today we were not chasing 84. We get.
Well, Virat, another convincing innings.
For cricketing shot.
Yeah, we saw.
With the new ball, so you had to sort of take the attack to the opposition because today we were not chasing 84. We get. For cricketing shot.
Yeah, we saw.
Sort of get closer to the ball rather than giving the ball much room to seam around. So I think that was the whole plan.
Well, we see fielding sides not exactly complain, but there's an issue regarding the dew. But from batting point of view, is that an issue as well? Because the ball seems to come quickly once the dew takes a bit of effect.
Sort of get closer to the ball rather than giving the ball much room to seam around. So I think that was the whole plan.
Well, we see fielding sides not exactly complain, but there's an issue regarding the dew. But from batting point of view, is that an issue as well? Because the ball seems to come quickly once the dew takes.
Especially, it's very difficult. If you're 5 or 6, a bowler can nick you off as well because the ball's coming quicker off the wicket.
Very impressive stuff. Well done, Virat.
Thank you so much.
It goes to the Airtel fan of the match, MS, because wickets have gone down in the first 3-4 overs. What are you reading into the tracks here?
I think the tracks are slightly on the softer side, though today's wicket, it felt as if, it was quite harder compared to the other tracks that we have played. But still it is on the softer side, which means, there's enough friction, and because of that, the ball actually moves a bit. Also the temperature, it's quite a good temperature for the ball. Coming as some of the other games where it was just enough to beat the batsman and make it tough for the batsman. So I felt it was good today, because you at least know it will be there for 4 overs or 5 overs, but after that, if you have a good partnership, you can still score runs. 140 seemed as if coming as some of the other games where it was just if too many runs, because the last few games we were only chasing 80 and 100. So this is something that looks like a decent score. I think 150, 155 would be a very good score on a track like this. But overall, this looked like a track which was testing initially for the batsman, but later on it became quite easy.
While other teams are tanking up, they're playing 11 with extra pacer. You seem to be fine playing the same 11, bowling 11 especially.
Well, yes, it just gives me the option of rotating all the bowlers. I think 3 fast bowlers is good enough unless you have.
While other teams are tanking up, they're playing 11 with extra pacer. You seem
and Ashwin are the specialist spinners who are playing, but all of them can contribute with the bat, and that in turns adds that stability to the side. Even if they give away 5 or 10 runs more, with them in the batting lineup, you feel as if you will get those 15 or 20 runs.
All right, okay, well played, MS. Very impressive stuff.
Thanks.
MS Dhoni, the Indian captain, the winning captain, and that is what we have from the presentation down here as well.
Thanks very much, Ramiz and MS Dhoni. And there it is, India, 3 matches in. They go straight to the final. Bangladesh, they've got some work to do. One more win, that might will get them there, of course. And Pakistan, they've got to get a couple of wins there as well. Top 2 teams will qualify for the final. Big game tomorrow. Bangladesh win, they go straight to the final. If Pakistan win, they need to beat Sri Lanka to go to the final. So that concludes what we've had to
has his own way of expressing love, friendship, and affection. Watch five neighbors battle it out for Asian supremacy in the Micromax Asia Cup T20. Asia Cup T20.
শ্রীলঙ্কা ভার্সেস ইন্ডিয়া ম্যাচটা আমরা দেখেই নিলাম। ইন্ডিয়া জিতে নিল ম্যাচটি এবং আজকে ইন্ডিয়া নির্ধারিত হয়ে গেল যে তারা ফাইনালে খেলছে। ফাইনালের একটি দল নির্ধারিত কিন্তু হয়েই গেল। আজকে খেলার কথা বলি, শ্রীলঙ্কা প্রথমেই 3 উইকেট হারিয়ে তারপরে তারা ঘুরে দাঁড়ায় কাপু গেদারার 30, তারপরে আরো আমরা দেখলাম যে 2 অঙ্কের কিছু রান। তবে যেটা মূলত তাদের রানটাকে 138-এ নিয়ে গেছে সেটা হচ্ছে তাদের হ্যান্ডি ক্যামিওজের কথা যদি আমরা বলি। আদারওয়াইজ দে ওয়ার স্ট্রাগলিং, দে ওয়ার স্টার্টারিং এগেনস্ট ইন্ডিয়াস বোলার। যদি তাদের কথা বলি সেক্ষেত্রে তারপরে 138 করা, যেটা আমরা আসলে আজকে ম্যাচের আগেই বলছিলাম যে 150-160 রান যদি শ্রীলঙ্কা করতে না পারে তাহলে ইন্ডিয়ার জন্য সেটা খুব একটা বড় প্রেশার নেই, এবং তাই হলো। ইন্ডিয়া ইন্টারন্যাশনাল কমেন্টেটর শামীম আশরাফ চৌধুরী। শামীম ভাই, ঠিক যেমনটা বলছিলাম যে আমরা দেখছিলাম যে শ্রীলঙ্কাকে they were struggling and stuttering against India's bowling department যদি আমরা বলি। এবং সেক্ষেত্রে আরো একটা কথা বলতে হয় যে আপনি কিন্তু ম্যাচের আগে বলছিলেন যে 150 না করলে আসলে ইন্ডিয়ার জন্য সেটা তেমন
150 অবশ্যই করা উচিত ছিল। ইন্ডিয়া সাচ এ স্ট্রং ব্যাটিং লাইন আপ, শেষ মুহূর্তে মনে হয় যে 4 বল বাকি থাকতে ইন্ডিয়া জিতেছে, বাট দে আর পেসিং দ্য ইনিংস ভেরি ওয়েল, দে আর ভেরি কমফোর্টেবলি ওয়ে, খুব স্বাচ্ছন্দ্যের সঙ্গে খেলেছে,
খুব ধীরে সুস্থে
খেলেছে এবং প্রথম মারটা মেরেছে, দ্রুত উইকেটে পতন ঘটিয়েছিল ইন্ডিয়ান বোলাররা। 57 রানে 4 উইকেট পড়ে গেছে যখন, তখন ওটা থেকে বেরিয়ে 150 থেকে বা তার উপরে রান করা খুব একটু কঠিন সাধ্য ব্যাপার ছিল শ্রীলঙ্কার জন্য। তথাপি আমার মনে হয় তাদের 2-1টা সুযোগ এসেছিল সেই 160 পেরিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য, কিছু কিছু ঘটনা না ঘটলে।
সেটাই আনফরচুনেট ফর শ্রীলঙ্কা ফর শিওর। তো সেই আনফরচুনেট মোমেন্টগুলো আমরা একটু দেখে নিই শামীম ভাই।
অদ্ভুত অদ্ভুত কিছু জিনিস হয়, আমরা একটু দেখে নেই।
Now Kunga take advantage of that. Now the run out.
Headlight. This is typified what Sri Lanka have done tonight. Good strong throw, straight over the top of the pegs, and he's gone by miles. Run out off a free hit. Can you believe it, Sri Lanka?
That is so easily done and so Ashwin.